Everybody, it's Marty the JavaScript Party. It's Saturday, March 15th. It's pretty nice out. It's a little windy, a little cloudy, but it's pretty nice. Temperature is really nice. I think it's like probably like 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Um, Rhett seems to be in a pretty good mood today. Um, and we've done a couple videos. I still have to do my flashcards for my paralegal stuff. Um, I definitely, yeah. I think it's good. It's fun. I've done 2 out of the 6 weeks in this class. There's 13 total classes. Um, so you have 3 years to get through all of them to get your certificate. And then I think you probably could get a job without having a certificate. My son says that no actual employers really care if you have a certificate or not. They just want you to sort of know how to do it. But anyways, so this tool that I have built has the last couple of weeks we saw that there seems to be a bug in the API in which it doesn't give the right number of responses. It gives one less, it seems like. So let's go ahead and just double QA that and just double check, see that's still happening. Um, so right now we have 21. Oh yeah. Oh, that's another funny thing is it used to be that when I would leave a page, it would automatically just recycle the port. So the minute, and I think that must have been the IDE that must have been doing that. Like I would leave, go to a different directory, and it would kind of shut down. But now it doesn't. So I left this, and it's still running. So now I'm on a different port, and then I went back to go check to see if I went back to the directory, if it would give me access to that. And no, it didn't. And now I'm back here and I don't have this. So I actually can't kill the server if I need to. Um, so I guess I'll have to like start it again and use another one. And it gave me port 61,190 instead of the typical 4200. So, anyways, that was fun. Let me get rid of it. And then I was checking to see if it would update, and it did, but I couldn't really tell. And I put question marks in. I don't think I have the question marks anymore. Let's see. Language. Am I looking at the right one? Dialogue. Language. Oh, supported languages. Let's put an exclamation mark there and see if we get a. So it definitely killed it. And now we have an exclamation mark. Okay. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. All right. So what we want to do is do this. Allow while visiting the site. Thing. So we got 7 results. Now I'm going to change it. And I'm going to say I would only want 3 results. Go back over here. Thing. Oh, we got 3 results. So, yeah, so last week that was broken, and now it's fixed. I had a sneaky suspicion that, like, I probably wasn't the first person to notice this, so this would probably resolve itself. And it did. And that's exactly what I thought would happen. I really, really thought that would happen, but I thought there was a possibility it may not. Um, so that is that. So that's good. All right, so the next thing we want to do is see in this drop down we don't have our languages. So we want to be able to select English or Spanish, and I believe this is Spain Spanish, and Spanish, Mexican Spanish. And what I'm really very interested to see is the word Barcelona. So some people pronounce it Barcelona and some people pronounce it Barcelona. And if you're in English, if you're speaking in English and you say either one, you get this same result, or at least you used to. It's been a while, so let's try that. What are our results? Okay, we're back to 21. I don't. It'd be interesting. I feel like it remembered it before, right? 3. Let's come back in here again. 3. But then I did this. Yeah, I don't know how maybe I changed it back to 21. I don't, or maybe I reloaded the whole page. So Barcelona. So Barcelona. So same thing. This time 80, 83, a little bit less likely. I feel like a few months ago, like last Christmas when I was playing around with this, it gave the same percentage back, or anyways. But either way, 83 is still a very high percentage. But I would love to try that in Mexican and in Spain. Mexican Spanish and Spain Spanish. I would love to try that. So I'm looking forward to giving that a shot. But I think what I need to do is I need to replace this with a for loop. Let's see if I can remember how to do that off the top of my head. Is it at for, and then let, no, I don't think, let language in supported languages. Okay, let's just make sure I spelled that right. Really do need to upgrade this one, but I don't know. I don't know if I need to. I don't even know what version. Maybe it's supposed to be of. Let's see if ChatGPT can help me with this. I've lost access to 4.2 because I was too active with it this morning. So wrong. This templating language, Angular template language. I've never tried this before. Oh, I needed. No, I don't think that's right. Angular template language for baby. For babies. For example, at for, okay, so I don't want the let. Of languages track language. And that, oh my gosh, and that's supposed to be a semicolon. There we go. And then we basically want this in here. And then we want right? Configuration. Yeah, I think that's right. That feels good. ENUS, ENUS. Oh, that is not supposed to, that's not right. That's supposed to be language. Language. Yeah, I don't think. What am I doing wrong there? Oh, I didn't close it. Or language. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Is that right? Is that what I want? I don't think that. Yeah, I think that's actually going to be. No, that isn't. Oh my gosh, my brain. All of language. Now this one I have to do that. Language. And then don't. Oh. Oh my gosh, that is regular. That should be supported soon. Supposedly in the latest version of Angular, that other thing is supported. So let's see. No. I don't know why it didn't show that as, because it knows the control. Oh, I wonder. Okay, I think what I need to do. Okay, let's copy this. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, as the kids used to say. Now that those kids that used to say that are all grown up. I think when my kids, who probably like 10 years ago, everything's 10 years. When you get to a certain age, everything was 10 years ago. So when my 28-year-old was 15, all the kids his age called everything a minute. No matter how long it was going to be, it was a minute. It could be 5 hours from now, and it was a minute. So, anyways, now they're all grown up. So basically, we end up with 2 instances of this. Now, what I don't know is if if anything happened. So let's reload. Come back here. So let's just make sure everything works now. Hola. That is a Spanish word. And then I wonder. Yeah, I don't even know how. Yeah, there's probably no good way to do that. I think I actually did put it in the console log though. EN and 21. Okay, so let's see. Oh, yeah, that thing. That joyous bug. Hola. So it only thought one is 94% chance that I said hola. So I think that is definitely a pretty good indication. And that was Spanish. Spain Spanish. And now let's go Mexican Spanish. Hola. Same thing. Now let's try Barcelona. Whoa. So it's got three things that I might have said, but it had a zero confidence. That I might have said Barcelona. Now let's try Barcelona. Barcelona. Same exact thing. Okay, so that's, I believe that was um, Mexican. I wonder if I should add that to this, like what, like these two values too. I don't know. I'm not for now. So now let's just try Spanish. Barcelona. Same thing, exact same confidence, same three things. Barcelona. So now let's try an English one in Spanish. Uh, in Spanish. So let's try thing. Thing. Zenga. Zenga. Zengha. Jenga. Zen. Feng. And Tenga. So it thinks I believe Tenga means like, do you have it? But one thing that's very interesting is that they only give one with a confidence value. Everything else is zeros, which, you know, that's interesting. That's very, very interesting to me. Um, let's check over here. Just look in this actual transcript. All transcripts, yep. See, they're all zero. Which, you know, that is kind of the point of this thing, is to sort of find these little weird idiosyncrasies in that. And who knows if maybe that's a bug, and maybe that'll resolve itself shortly too. Or maybe that is what they want in other languages. There's just no telling what the actual requirements are. So, okay, so in Spanish, if you say what, they don't have the biggest idea what you're saying. There's no crossover, right? Like when I did in English, hola, yeah, I need to add the whatever the current thing is, because it would be nice to know, okay, this was the English, this was the Spanish, this was, yeah, yep, got to do it. And then probably the count, the total of, probably be very useful too while I'm in there. So yeah, we need to do that before we move on. But basically what's next is just to add a whole bunch of different languages and then come back here and do that. And see, these are things that like, that's a requirement you just could not have thought of until you try it out, until you play with it. You know, that's just one of those neat things about software development. You know, it's like when you're imagining it, there's just things that are different. But let's try. So that was Spanish, Spain Spanish. Let's try Mexican Spanish. What? Oh, fascinating. That's fascinating to me. Oh wait, I was supposed to do the thing though. I didn't. Thing. It was like, nope, I'm not even gonna respond. Thing. 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 That is crazy. Try Spanish again. Spain Spanish. Thing. Try English. See if it's just straight up broken. Did I break the whole API, or did my code break? I don't see anything in the console log, so I don't think it. I think it's unlikely. Thing. So it knew what thing was. You know, it's typical. Let's go back to Spain. No, let's go to Mexico. Thing. Feng. Feng, Zenga, Fem. Yeah, so that was Mexican, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that was Mexican. So, anyways, I guess one last thing to do would be to get rid of this. Don't really need that div anymore. I think we made really good progress. And it's kind of like that's how coding is, like you set up, set up, set up, set up, and then execute, and then suddenly you're getting stuff done because you know what? Tomorrow, I'll probably add 40 languages, you know, and we'll be able to try thing in Chinese. We'll try thing in Vietnamese. We have all kinds of languages, and it can just happen. And adding a new one, removing. So like if the boss man comes around and says, "Oh man, I need to add, some thing in like some like a new column, or I want to be able to have a new button that does something." It might be like, "Oh, that's like a 3 week job. It's going to take a whole sprint," something like that. But then on the other hand, it's like, okay, I want to add 3 more languages. Oh yeah, no, we can have that out in 10 minutes. You just, and it's hard for them to know if they're asking for a big ask, if they're asking for a little ask. Um, yeah, when I worked at Boeing, we worked on this airplane, and I remember like they had like thousands of. We would start off with these problem analysis documents, and they would come in and they say, "Hey, this is the thing we want, this change we want," and then we would give them this document that would describe, basically, it would basically reiterate to them what we believe they think they mean in words and stuff, and then we would be like, and then we'd give them like a very high level estimation, like, oh yeah, this is going to be X number of hours, or this is going to be, high effort, low effort, medium effort, very, very simple, very, very low effort, stuff like that. And that it would be kind of, and so I think we would make like literally 100, maybe 200 problem analyses every year. And then they had thousands and thousands of them that they had from past years. And then if they wanted it, we could move on to the next one, which would be um, what was it called? Requirements analysis and a design analysis. And the requirements analysis and design analysis would basically be a much more thorough job of like, okay, what are we going to change in our requirement documents so that we can accommodate this new change, and what would we need to change in the actual code or on the actual hardware of the airplane to make this happen. And that would be a much more thorough thing. And we would probably do like 50 for probably somewhere between 15 and 20, as many as 40, but somewhere between 15 and 20 of those every year. And then and they would keep those old ones. Sometimes they would revive one and say, okay, what about this one? Can we have this now? Or whatever. And then they would and then the next then we would probably implement like 7 of them a year. Um, so, you know, then maybe 5 years from now they would pull out, dust off an old software requirements and design analysis or something. And they say, can you can you do this again? And, give us the problem analysis, all the original stuff. And we'd go start, we touch everything up and all that. So they had a good idea of like what was possible, how hard it would be, and all that. So they could make a good decision. Like, okay, let's add 200 languages. Now, if we want to add 200 languages, we probably don't want to use this, but maybe we do. Probably we want to do this, but like with a search where you could type ahead. Um, and then, quite honestly, I guess once we probably do need to actually have the language in there if we want to make this. But this is just, I don't. Yeah, we probably need to expand this so where there's like the actual language is visible. Um, because I'm not gonna be able to once we get past like FR. Um, and stuff like that, I probably won't be able to, know what they are, other than maybe a dozen, probably at the most. So there's that. But anyways, this is awesome. I think it's really cool. I think it's like anyone who would watch this video would start to see like, oh man, I could do this. Like I could probably sit down, demonstrate this to a client, and then we could start to brainstorm over what we want to build. Like, like, oh, we could build this cool thing that'll help these people. We could build that cool thing that'll help those people. Like trying to, before this, it would be almost impossible to describe it because it's so abstract. But now I think that a lot of the abstractions are gone, and so the actual, and then for the technical people, like a lot of the like proof of concepts, like, yes, this is possible. No, this is not possible. No, no, we can't count on, Ola. Uh, oh yeah, thing. Thing. Like we can't count on confidences. Um, we can't count on confidences for the other languages. That's so. I said think. No, I said thing. Oh wow, so thing actually showed up as a possible. And man, yeah, yeah. But anyways, yeah, we could sit here and we could actually do like a fun brainstorming finally. And this is probably literally the first time that we could do that, and really have a lot of confidence that we can build whatever we come up with in the brainstorming, you know, event. So, which, and it would be so fun too. But anyways, everybody, I got a bunch of paralegal stuff to study, so gotta go. Bye. Happy coding.